Hey guys, I'm on the other end, but this is Brian Halligan. Hey Brian, how are you?
Doing great.
Brian is the CEO of HubSpot, and he wrote a couple books that you probably know. First one is Inbound Marketing, and Brian, you were telling us he was a keynote in this amazing room upstairs where he talked about marketing lessons for the Grateful Dead, and you touched on a few things with that on the book. You didn't obviously go into a lot because, you know, you were just giving us some awesome taste of it, but you touched on the monthly sprint, and
yes.
I as you know, I was like, I thought that was badass.
Okay.
So I'd like to go back to that. Can you just go into just a couple things about the monthly sprint, what it means to you?
The software industry has gone through a major change in the last 10 years. The way you used to build software, and I'll pull this into marketing, the way you used to build software is people would spend 6 months and put together a very detailed specification of what they wanted that piece of software to look like.
Right.
At the end of 6 months, they kind of throw it over the wall to a bunch of engineers who would write the code. And a year and a half later, the piece of code would pop out. And during that 2 years that went by, the market moved and no one buys the software.
Right.
And the software development community has done something really smart and they've moved from what this is called a waterfall model to more of an agile model. Mm-hmm. And the way agile works is you work in very small, empowered teams of people inside a software development company.
Right.
And you work in, they call them monthly sprints. And the monthly sprints are 1 month long. You put together, they call them user stories, not specs, like loosely defined features that you want to build. The teams, in a very decentralized way, decide which features to build. And every day they have a 10-minute stand-up meeting where they talk about what they did yesterday, what they're going to work on tomorrow, what blockers they have. And very quickly, in monthly sprints, they build the product. And they shift in a very interesting way because it's only monthly.
So, and it doesn't take, 6 months to do. This is the way to not miss the boat.
Right.
Right.
So you can zig and zag along with the marketplace. Now, I think in marketing, a similar transformation should be happening.
Right.
It's not, but it should be. Marketers tend to think, they work on their budget all through Q4, they negotiate with their CEO, they get their budget, and then they plan their campaigns for the next year. And some of them are very long campaigns. Just think marketing needs to rethink that, and marketing department should have, I call them monthly sprints, where they plan in monthly sprint increments. When you do monthly sprints, you learn faster, and the faster you learn, the better off you are. And so these monthly sprints are important in marketing today, because marketing, in my mind, should be more and more like the venture capital industry or the movie making industry. So if you're a venture capitalist or a movie producer, you do 10 investments or 10 deals, and maybe one's a home run, one's a double, and the rest are strikeouts, essentially.
Right.
And it's a home run hitter's game. You're just trying to hit home runs, and you're trying to produce high quality stuff, but it's hard to predict. And marketing is kind of the same. Marketing campaigns in the modern era, I mean, the internet's inherently viral, and you should be trying to do very viral, high beta experiments and do 10 of them, and one of them will hit, 9 of them will miss, and learn from that, and then do 10 more, 10 more, and 10 more, and just keep shifting, learning.
So these are almost like high leverage actions, right?
Yep.
And do them all at once instead of low leverage actions that span over a period of time.
Yep.
We're talking about
long time periods. It's just hard to learn. You just learn way too slowly, and things move very fast in marketing. So by the time you finish planning your darn campaign, Twitter's
something.
Twitter's
something new.
Squarespace is dead, or I don't know. Scavengers new.
Right. So you have video content that you use for your that helps you with your marketing.
Yeah.
How much video do you actually create for your content? How do you use video marketing, I suppose?
We've experimented with a lot of stuff, and there's a couple main ways we use it. One big way is in our monthly sprints, we have one gal, her name's Rebecca Corliss, that we hired basically to be our video.
Viral guru.
Viral.
Sure.
And she's super young. She's sort of a musician / marketer.
I got it.
Very clever.
Sweet.
And so she'll create in any given year 20 videos. 2 or 3 will really hit, and probably have seen those. The other 16 or 17 you probably haven't seen because they
Right.
flop. And the funny thing about those videos is they all look great to me, and sometimes I'll be like, that's a winner, and it'll flop. And one that I thought wasn't great will be a winner.
It's hard to determine what is the winner and what is not.
Yes. In fact, when we hired her, she was 22, we hired her as an intern out of BU. And that first summer she was with us, she created a video. It was brilliant. It was a spoof on Alanis Morissette's You Wanna Know song. And it tipped, and it really went viral on YouTube, and it was terrific. We're like, okay, she's got it, let's hire her.
Yeah.
We thought every video then was going to be a home run.
Right.
When she created kind of
Right.
I was like, dude.
She set the bar kind of high right from the get-go.
Yes. So that's one way we use video.
Okay.
The other way we do use video is we have a weekly TV show, HubSpot TV. So if you go to HubSpot TV, HubSpot.tv every Friday at 4, it's a live internet marketing news show. It's sort of like a cross between Katie Couric and Jay Leno.
Sweet. I love that. Okay.
It's really good. And our marketing VP does it, one of our product people. And I go to it because sometimes I get really busy and I don't keep up with my RSS feed. And they just give me a download of what happened last week in the internet marketing world. Like Google changed something or what's going on. And it's available on iTunes. It's very popular.
Okay.
So it's a weekly TV show. Those are two main ways we use video that have been super effective.
I'm going to have a link, by the way, everybody. You're hearing me. I'm going to have a link to, first off, I think you probably have a YouTube channel.
We do, yes.
And then we'll also have a link to your news channel.
Yeah.
Right?
And we also do other random like product. We do a ton of product videos. We do a lot of videos within the product to help people understand what's going on. We do a ton. Well, webinars aren't videos, but they're kind of close. They really are.
Automated webinars are, if you know.
So we do these webinars, like we're doing one next week, The Science of Email Marketing. 15,000 people signed up.
That's great.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
And just over time, as our email list and our Twitter following, our Facebook fans, and our LinkedIn, as our reach has increased, now our reach is like 800,000. We announce we're doing a webinar. Wow, we get a ton of...
everybody swarming in.
Yeah, and that just grows over time. So that's sort of another way we use videos. We use it a lot.
That's great.
And it's cheap. I mean, you don't need a big production studio. We don't have a big production studio. It's kind of fast and loose.
See, my thing is video marketing, and I kind of say I use video for two reasons. One, to gain traffic, and then one, to keep traffic. In regards to keeping traffic, building trust, and keeping someone's interest. But obviously, then to get the traffic is video SEO and just providing the content. And this is exactly what you guys are doing. So cool.
I encourage everyone to do it. My thing is just think like a publisher. Create tons of content. If you like video, do video. If you're more, you like to write, that's fine.
Or do both.
Ebook, do both. Just whatever you like doing. Like you obviously for some reason are really into video. Great. Go for it. Knock yourself out.
And I like the fact that you talked about innovation and always reinventing yourself, and every month doing something like that. I thought that was really kind of amazing that you talked about that. So, Brian, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no
I think that's it. How's that, guys? Is that good? Yeah? Are you impressed? Because I'm impressed. All right.
Thanks.
Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, man.